Hey everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma, and in this video I'll be talking about my experience of working at a startup for over 8 months, right? So there was this one startup I worked for in the last year for 8 months straight, and I worked for free. Okay, now that is something quite different. I do not advocate anyone to do like a free internship, unpaid internship actually, but I would like to emphasize about my experience, what all I learned and why I told them to not pay me, right? So I'll just go into that. I'll show you exactly what all happened, what all did I learn, and that way you can also decide for yourself if you should try to get an internship at an early stage startup. Okay, so the name of the startup was codedamn.com, right? Codedamn.com is a Bitsian startup, right? If you are watching my videos from a long time, you already know that I have promoted codedamn on my videos as well, and I think it's a great place for you to learn coding by making projects and all that. But basically codedamn.com is what I worked at, right? Now what happened is that back in I think about April or May of 2020, the founder reached out to me and he was like, hey man, I see you're doing a lot of amazing stuff on YouTube and podcasting and all that. So he was like, would you be interested in working and helping to grow codedamn, right? And I was like, sure, we can do that. So I started working at that time in 2020, right? So what I did is that I was working part-time at codedamn as like a marketing manager, sort of a content creator and all, and I was also managing my YouTube channel, and I was also doing some other freelance work. So that's basically what I was doing. Now what all happened here is that I was able to learn a lot, right? I was able to learn a lot, and I want to show you what all I learned, right? So but make sure that you also like this video. Okay, please like this video. But yeah, anyways, after that, after you've liked the video, let's talk about what did I learn, right? So what were my learnings? So look, first of all, I was working at an early stage startup. So what happened is that I was able to learn a lot. What did I learn? First of all, I was able to learn about what happens in like an early stage startup, right? Early stage startup, and how does that operate? So like how to get the initial team, right? How to get the team, how to decide upon the product, right? We also learned about product market fit and how to analyze that, right? We had a lot of meetings, right? Every other day we would have a meeting in which we would just discuss about what is happening, where is the product going, how can we improve. And it was just an amazing experience for me because I was learning about all of these things, right? So look, after this, I also learned about how to pitch investors, right? Pitching VCs, I think, is another important, just understanding how can you pitch your startup idea to a VC is what I learned over there, right? That was also really good. We used to have a lot of these meetings with venture capitalists, with angel investors, just trying to understand if they would be, willing to invest, and what are the questions that they have, how can we answer their own questions, right? One of the most common questions that they have is how can we get to a revenue of $100 million, right? So that's what they think all the time. Then we also learned about how to grow. Growth strategies is what I learned. Growth strategies. Now what does this mean? This means influencer marketing. We would just email a bunch of influencers, they would reply back, we would have meetings with them just to know how much they would charge and what all would they be requiring. Then we would also go for Instagram, right? Instagram pages. We also did a lot of Facebook advertising, Facebook ads. I also learned how to create a creative. So the ad creative that you see, the poster, the video, how can I make that? That's also something that we learned over there, right? All of this was really, really amazing. And so bottom line is that I learned so much at this startup that it wasn't even worth it for me to ask them to like pay me some minimal amount, because I was already earning from YouTube and other, freelance sources. So I wasn't in it for the money. I was more in it for the experience, for learning what happens in an early stage startup. How does that grow? How to take it from, X amount of revenue to maybe 100x revenue. How can we grow something that is this small to make it like this much big? That's basically what I learned over there at that startup. But I hope you understand it. So basically all of this was super important for me, because what I'm doing right now, I wouldn't have been so like proactive if I wouldn't have known how does these things work, right? So like doing meetings with clients, doing meetings with customers and talking to them, understanding what are their pain points, pitching to other businesses. So we also did a lot of like B2B tried emailing a lot of businesses, did meetings with them, had deals with them. So to learn about how can we pitch businesses and just the whole procedure of how to operate a business. That's what I think I got out of this internship, and it was super amazing for me. I also learned some other things, like we learned about what sort of refer and earn programs can we have for the customers that are already using our product. How can you take feedback from them? So that was also really interesting. We also learned about email marketing, right? So like, how can we create email marketing campaigns? How can we use them? What sort of experimentation we need to do? We also learned about competitor analysis. So we looked at our competitors and we saw what are they doing good, how can we improve, what are they doing wrong, and like things like that. We reiterated over what we were doing, right? So reiteration, coming up with new ideas about how to pitch our product, right? So I have just made like a huge list, I think, but I hope you get the idea. That's what we did. Also, we tried applying to YC, that is Y Combinator. All of this was a lot more valuable than just getting that, that internship stipend or something. That's what I want you to understand. If you can get into like a college startup that you believe can do a lot of amazing stuff, and you believe in the founder, like the founder that I was working with was Mehul Mohan, right? He has done some amazing work on his own YouTube channel of codedamn, and he has some amazing achievements. So I was more inclined to work over there for free just to learn how does a startup grow versus just getting like that stipend and all that. So yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. It was a great experience. I would definitely recommend you to also try to find your college startups or look out for other startups in other colleges and see if you can work over there. All of this that I've mentioned over here was so much more valuable that I had to go in for this without even thinking about how much will I be paid. Also, I am doing a live session today. I don't know if you know this or not, but basically I'm doing a live stream today at 6 p.m. in which I'll be talking about how can you find these companies that are growing, how can you find these funded startups, non-funded startups, how to look around, how to use LinkedIn, Rocket Reach, how to email them, how to get responses, how to follow up. All of that we'll be covering in that live stream. So I hope you will join me over there. But yeah, that's all I wanted to discuss. I hope this video was helpful for all of you to understand what all happens in a startup and why you should consider to join one of those. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram at Ishan Sharma 7390. Yeah, comment and let me know what has your experience been like working at a startup, or if you have any more questions about me working over there, do feel free to ask those in the comments as well. And I will see you all in the next live stream happening today at 6 p.m. Okay, bye-bye.